Carpet and floor care questions you should ask when you're hiring a professional service. So number one, what's your cleaning process? Why is this important to ask? Well, there are different ways to clean a carpet, whether it's residential or commercial. It can vary between the two and the company and their methods and how they will complete the cleaning. So number one, if this is residential, one of the main things that you want to be sure about is, do they pre-vacuum the carpets before they start? Now, if you are going to do it, it definitely does help, but most companies don't always pre-vacuum, at least in our area. So it's good to ask that question so that way you know if it needs to be done prior to their arrival. Personally, we like to have it as part of our service so the client does not have to worry about it. And the main reason why it's done is if there's a lot of soil in the carpet or if there's pets in the home, there could be a lot of dry soil, pet dander, and that does help get a fair amount of it out before the carpet's gonna get pre-treated. And even on tile floors, if there's a lot of dry soil or pet hair on the surface, sometimes it's good to vacuum first, depending on the situation, so you can remove most of that so you don't wet it down. Secondly, in their cleaning process, are they going to be running a scrubbing machine such as a counter rotating brush or even a buffer with a scrubbing brush or pad on it to pre-agitate the carpet? Why is this important? Again, with residential carpet, if they are pre-agitating with a counter rotating brush, or CRB for short, this again helps pull stuff to the surface, even more pet hair that could be entwined into the carpet. Just like on your shirt, if you have a cat lays on you, you can get the pet dander on there, and sometimes it's hard to get it off. But when the carpet is agitated with a CRB, a lot of it comes to the surface, thus getting more out of the carpet, where the end result is going to be feeling softer to the touch. So that's another important step, and so it's wise to ask this question so you can see if they do this. And then rinsing and extracting the carpet. Are they doing hot water extraction, which basically means they're going to be using probably 200 degrees hot water and a cleaning agent. Some won't use a cleaning agent in their rinse. We personally like to use one because it helps soften the water, and then it gives you a little bit of a cleaning boost as well, depending on the situation. So we will use an alkaline-based rinse when it's a dirty carpet, and we will use a acidic-based neutralizing rinse when there's pet urine involved. So knowing these things can definitely help you make a better choice on what the best company is for your needs. So next up, how do they charge? This can be important if they charge by the room or by the square footage. It depends on the situation. There's a lot of averages that people will figure out, so either one could be very accurate to what your actual needs are. In most cases, personally, for residential and commercial, we do by the square foot. So we will measure around your furniture. So basically we're charging just for those spaces. Again, a lot of companies will do by the room, and they are figuring out what the average is. So neither one of them is right or wrong. So just knowing how they figure out the cost can help you better understand what to expect as far as price range goes. Next, are your cleaning products safe for kids and pets? Of course, this is very important because you don't want anything in your house that could be potentially toxic. There are different types of chemistry out there, good and not as high quality. And knowing what they are using in your home obviously could be very important. There are even products out there that are hyperallergenic and no odor, colorless, and all that. So if you have anybody in your house that is sensitive to smells or maybe immunocompromised, it might be wise to ask these questions and see if they can still help you. We do have a product that allows us to still service people. The only downside to this stuff is if there is pets in the house and there's pet stains, unfortunately, you're a little limited on the results of what you could do because these products generally are neutral based and therefore are not the proper chemistry for removing pet urine and other heavy staining. So hopefully that's not the case, but if it's just normal soil, then there are products out there that professionals can purchase to use and make sure that your house is getting cleaned without causing issues for you or one of your family members. Next up, are you licensed and insured? Why is this important? Well, this industry isn't really regulated, so knowing that the company you're going to hire is actually licensed and insured, has a Google listing, and you can actually look them up and find reviews on multiple platforms and things like that. It's wise to ask this question because it is not really regulated, so anybody could buy some cheap equipment, come in and clean your carpet, and then you're wondering, did they even do a good job? So these things are very important to understand, so it doesn't hurt to ask. How long will it take for the carpets to dry? Depending on their equipment, it can vary quite a bit and the method they are using to clean. If it's hot water extraction, naturally the time can take a little bit longer for drying. Personally, that's what we like to do in residential settings, is we feel like it gets a deeper clean, and based on our area, it's very dusty, a lot of ag, so hot water extraction definitely feels like it's the king of the cleaning processes between that one and what's called very low moisture. Now, if they're going through all the proper steps and using that method, it is a great cleaning method. It does a great job, and it just depends on if they're going through all the steps to get it done. So again, making sure you're asking about the cleaning process so you know what steps they're taking and how many are they taking to get your carpets cleaned up for you. So with the dry times, it can take anywhere as low as 1 hour to a full day. Now the thing is, it depends on their equipment, how well they're gonna do dry passes to get it as much moisture out as they can. If they don't have very strong equipment, hopefully they're wise enough to have blowers that they can set in the room to speed dry it. That'll help them lower their dry times from that full day to potentially as little as 3 or 4 hours. We personally have larger machines that pull out a lot of the moisture right away. So about year around, we can get dry times feeling to the touch as little as 3 to 5 hours, sometimes less, especially in the summer. So next, what type of equipment do they use? Well, there you go again. Here is an important thing to know. So this will kind of help you better understand if they're doing hot water extraction or if they're doing very low moisture or encapsulation cleaning, which are basically two same things, just different names. Again, it can be a great cleaning method and it does a great job, especially in commercial. But knowing this will help you understand who you're hiring a little bit more and making sure that you're getting the quality that you deserve. Again, always do your due diligence and look this company up, see what type of reviews they have on Google. Even Facebook and Yelp can be some other areas you can look to see if they have their listing there and what type of things people are saying about them. Another thing you could do to check is if you're in local Facebook groups for your city, go in there and see who they recommend. If they're well known in your city, they're most likely going to get recommended a couple times, if not more, over other companies around that general area. You can always ask, like, has anybody used this company? And then find out, some responses from them. So if you get a handful of good responses, word of mouth is the biggest thing for companies. So if they're getting thrown out there around in these groups, then that's definitely going to tell you what type of quality service you're going to get from them. So I hope all these questions are helpful so you can better make a choice that fits your needs. Again, these questions can be applied across residential cleaning and commercial cleaning. So if you're looking for your office to be cleaned, definitely ask what type of cleaning service they provide, equipment they use, and things like that. Make sure that your business is covered. So again, being licensed and insured is pretty important in this situation. If it's going to be a fair amount of work, they need to understand that they need to submit a W-9 to you, so for your tax reasons and things like that. So asking all these questions will help you understand what type of company is going to be coming out to service your business or your residence. So if you have any additional questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I will try and respond as much as I can. But otherwise, these 6 questions definitely will get you started and get you understanding what is best for your cleaning needs. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was informational. I hope to see you subscribe to our channel, as there will be more content, and we have tons already on there of jobs we clean and other tips and tricks and playlists that you can go and check out. Shorts, carpet, tile, upholstery, some hardwood videos, area rug cleaning. That way you can hopefully learn something new. If you have any suggestions on stuff you'd like to hear or me talk about, please leave those in the comments as well, and I will do my best to provide information on that too. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you watching the video. I hope to see you in another one.